and welcome to the Cooking with Nonna holiday special. We're getting ready for New Year's Eve, and here to help me I have my very own Nonna Romana. And tell everybody what we're going to make tonight.
I gotta make frittelle.
And a frittella is a fried pocket of dough with different types of fillings. And we're going to do two fillings today. We're going to do one with scallions and olives and tomato. And we're going to do some mozzarella, tomato, and capers. So what are we going to do first?
About the scaglia.
So we're going to start with our scallions. And we're going to start with some olive oil.
Some olive.
Some extra virgin olive oil in our pan. And you just want to make sure you coat the bottom evenly.
It's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a medium flame going, and we're going to add our scallions. Now, a scallion is like an onion, but the flavor is a little bit more mild. And we've just chopped these into 3-inch pieces. And you want to make sure that you slice the bulb of the scallion, because that's what releases all the flavor. And we got our sizzle going. And let's grab a spoon and saute.
You gotta put some salt.
And we're gonna add just a little bit of salt.
This they gotta cook.
We're just gonna saute this for a little bit until our scallions are a little bit soft.
Now you're supposed to put tomato.
We have some crushed tomatoes that we're gonna add to this. And some Kalamata olives. We're going to add some crushed red pepper for a little spice.
Yeah, put wine now.
So we're going to add a half a cup of dry white wine. And we're going to let this reduce for a little while.
Yeah.
So we're going to cook this down for about 10 minutes and let our alcohol evaporate. And this is almost done, but you don't want to fill your frittelle with a very hot filling because it's going to burn through the dough. Your frittelle is going to come out very mushy and you won't be able to fry it. So we have some already made and already cooled off for us. I'm just going to set this aside and we're going to start making our frittelle dough. So your dough for a frittella is a very basic dough, and this is just a store-bought dough. You can go to any bakery or pizzeria, and they shouldn't have a problem with selling you just a plain pound of dough. If you want to make your own dough, you can see our focaccia video as a reference, and it's essentially the same dough. So we're going to start with a piece of this dough. Nonna's going to cut a piece off. You want a nice sized piece of dough.
Okay, nice piece.
Okay. So we're going to flour this a little bit if it's a little too sticky. Don't be afraid to add flour if you feel like your dough's sticking to your rolling pin.
First one, you want to put onion. No, scaglia.
It's okay here? Where you want to put the filling?
No, it's okay.
You put the filling towards you, and you leave room to cover the filling. It's okay? A little more?
Okay, it's enough. You want to do or I
You do. So you just want to fold the dough over the filling and seal it with your fingertips. Press really, really hard. And now we're gonna really seal all the edges with a ravioli cutter, and it'll make all the edges scalloped and really nice. So when you're done sealing up your frittelle, you want to transfer it to a floured wooden board. And you also want to cover it so they don't dry out while you're waiting to make your other ones before you fry. So we're going to make another frittella.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
about the mozzarella.
good. This and this.
Okay.
I'm going to roll this out.
Put some flour in the bottom. Lola. Yeah. Okay.
So everybody in town, they loved your mother's frittella, right?
Yeah, everybody, yeah. My mother, because she do, when they make frittelle, she give frittelle for all the people, they live close my house, and they send the frittelle, very big frittelle, you know, they make very big. And I think they can make lunch for 4 times the frittelle they give, very big.
Okay, so we're ready to fill, and we are going to fill this one with some fresh mozzarella. And what else can you put in a frittella? You put anything you want, right?
Yeah. You can put everything. You vegetable you can put everything.
And this is going to be so delicious when all the cheese melts together. And you want to make sure your tomatoes are drained a little bit, because if there's too much tomato juice, that might leak out, and you're going to get really terrified when you start frying them in the oil. And we're going to add some capers. And finally, some Parmigiano cheese.
Yeah. Now you close.
Ready.
When you take, you know, cerchi di allargarla lateralmente, così. Yeah, not too much, altrimenti si rompe. Yeah.
Okay.
Tira avanti. Okay.
So again, just fold this
Yeah,
over.
Yeah.
And press it. Seals with your fingertips. Finally, we want to cut it with a ravioli cutter and get our edges to look pretty.
When I take
it away. And we're going to do one more. And we're going to leave this one empty, and I will show you why later.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little bit of flour again. Make sure it's not sticking. And I'm going to start rolling it out. Okay. So you just want to do the same thing. Just fold your dough over. Seal it with your fingertips. Press real hard. And cut your edges. There we go.
When I take?
Yeah, you take. She like scrapes it off the board.
Yeah, because you gotta use. Okay, open here.
So we're ready to start frying.
Fry now. Watch out.
So we have our olive oil over a medium-high heat. And if you're not sure whether your oil is ready to fry in or not, here's a little test. You take a very small piece of dough like this, and you just drop it in. And if you see bubbles, you're ready to rock and roll. So Nonna, put the first frittella in.
Okay.
And there you go. I'm going to get pancake turner.
Wait, not touch now. Wait, they gotta come gold in the bottom. If you gotta turn.
And right about now, you're probably wondering, how is this different than a calzone? And it's not much different, but it is different because a frittella is primarily fritto or fried, whereas a calzone is usually baked. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a very high probability that your frittella will leak a little bit of the juice of the filling. And when that happens, there's gonna be a big bubbly explosion, there's gonna be a lot of noise, and you're gonna be afraid in the oil and the... Stick through it. They're not ruined at all. They're still gonna be delicious. And once the bubbling's over, they'll just fry normally again. So I'm gonna check the color. See, we got some color going. I'm gonna turn these over. Now in our family, being able to fry the frittella is the biggest honor of the night. I mean, it's almost like you're a royal member of the court. Why you never let me fry on New Year's Eve?
Next time you gotta fry, no more.
Oh, why you never? What, you don't trust me?
No, I trust you. But before, you too young for do that. Okay, finish.
These are done.
Very young.
Right.
You know how many frittelle you gotta fry in your life?
That's what I have to look forward to. Whoa. So our frittelle are done, and I am so ready to taste them. So let's see what we got going on in this one. Oh, mozzarella, tomato. Wow. All that melted cheese, that looks amazing. This should be our scallions. These are really, really hot, so you want to make sure they cool at least a little bit before you start eating them. Oh, and our scallions look beautiful. And I'm sure you remember that empty one that I made, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it right now. If you have some empty frittelle that you've made, and you've resisted the temptation to just eat them right then and there, you can cut one open, like so. And you can fill it with whatever you like. I like some mozzarella, some tomato, a little bit of lettuce, and some fresh prosciutto. And you have what is called a medaglione. And it's called a medaglione because the color that frying it produces is like a medaglia d'oro, or a golden medal. So this is going to be the best sandwich you ever taste in your entire life.
It's very good.
But Nonna and I are here for frittelle, and frittelle we shall taste. So let's taste one, Nonna.
Yeah.
Want to taste one?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is so good.
So good. Very nice taste. Very good.
This is amazing.
I love it.
The capers bring out such a great flavor in the mozzarella, and they have a kind of a mustardy, salty flavor, and it's just really amazing.
Good, huh?
Now I can start the year right.
Very good.
Thank you for being on the show today, and thank you for being my nonna.
For you too. I love you.
I love you too.
God bless you.
Buon anno, everybody.
Buon
Ciao.
anno. Happy New Year's, everybody.